All right, hey y'all, it's Pizza. We're back here today in the long dark. Glad to be back. Had a pretty decent day today. um, kind of busy, but that's all right. Sometimes that makes the day go faster, right? So yeah, I guess it kind of went by pretty quick. Anyway, how you guys doing? I hope you're out there having a good day. I hope you're doing what you want to do. I hope things are going well. We are starting inside. Usually I like to start outside, but yeah, there's a blizzard. Don't know if you can hear it right now. I sure can. But that's the blizzard that started at the end of last week's episode. Uh, Last week was supposed to be doing chores, so today we're doing chores. I've got a chore list. Yeah, so we got chewed on by a bear, and which was, bad enough. Oh, you guys, we took a major down, a major loss here. Lost my ear wrap. Makes me sad. I know I can make an improvised installation, and I might do that here today. Do I have one with me? I can't remember if I made one. Oh, yeah, I do. So I don't need to make that. Uh, what's so sad about the ear wrap? Well, the ear wrap is sad because we don't have really anything to protect the moose hide bag. You can see it got wet. Um, from the weather that's also going to keep me warm, right? I can always put the crampons on. For some reason, having the crampons on will keep this completely dry. But this has no waterproofing. I mean, if you think about it, it's really something that you're, in theory, you're like shoving in your clothes or whatever to keep you warmer. So that's a bit of a bummer. I haven't found another one yet, and I've been around a little bit. There wasn't one in blah, 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 Broken Railroad. If there was, maybe it was this one. I don't know. I don't remember seeing one at the plane either. So, if I had found another one, it'd be here. But yeah, so we got chewed on by a bear. I don't know why. Oh, I got a bunch of rabbits in my pocket. I should probably take care of that, huh? But yeah, I decided to just take a shot on a bear with the old bow, and shot just a little bit low. It was up on a rock, but I mean, it wasn't that great of a place to hide. Let's see, where can I stick these? Here. I got a bunch of junk in here. Looks like I can put them where those saplings went. And screwed up on me. Let's toss all that in there. These two. Grab these off the ground. I'll get to them here in a minute. But I need to get these rabbits cleaned up first. Anyway, yeah. Got ate up by the bear, which was bad enough, right? Times in there. Which is bad enough. But then I wasn't paying attention, and I thought I was in pain, but I was actually infected. I almost killed myself. So we got pretty, like I said, we got really good and chewed up by the bear. But then, without thinking about it, I was still dying because, again, like I said, I just had it. I was infected. I was dying, and I had antibiotics on me, so that's kind of sad. Maybe I'll keep that on me so I don't forget. I'm trying to think of anything else I can do while it's still light, though. I can just sit here and cut these bunnies up in the dark. Oh, poor Astrid. She's hungry. But yeah, we had, bear issues. We had weather issues. So I didn't get much done in the way of chores. But we do have enough skins down now for the trade. I've got some more over by the bed, I think. Yeah, here's a bunch. And I got a bunch more on me, too, so I think we'll just hang out. Oh, all right. Let's break up some of those busted snares. Yeah, I guess I don't have a workbench to do that. Let's see, 30 minutes. Maybe we'll replace one or two of them. Now, I pulled up most of the snares. I think I left the ones that are kind of behind this area right here. But I'm pretty sure, I know I picked the ones up by the abandoned houses by the entrance to Crumbling Highway. I, how many did I have on me? And I think I grabbed the ones from, 1, 2, 3, and the bus ones, yeah. I'm pretty sure I picked up the ones from Jackrabbit too, so. Really only have them in one spot for right now. Let's grab a couple of guts. But we got a fresh black bear hide down. I want to get another one so we can get a coat going. Because, you know, why not? I guess I could use them on the bed. Do I need any tools? Basically, I'm just trying to kill time while the sun's up, getting stuff done that, well, helps to have the sun up for. Alright, took care of that. And then, yeah, I'm not putting him, I'll put him back down in a couple days or whenever I need to get some more. But I think I've got enough hides right now. Yeah, that's okay. I got enough hides right now for, if there are 8 hides per trade or whatever, then I've got enough for 3, I think. So that's good. I think the only other thing I'm going to do is work on cleaning up my axe a little bit. I don't think either one's in good shape. That one's in even worse shape. So yeah, we'll clean that one up tonight. And then I guess we'll just go ahead. I mean, it's going to be a while. 30 minutes a rabbit, basically, if I use the knife, so. Let's get them going. Alright, there's one. Yeah, we did pretty good with the snares. You know, I've been complaining for the last 2 episodes because, you know, the way the bunnies are set up in Coast Highway these days, it's really kind of a pain. It takes a lot of time out in the weather, you know, to make these things work. Excuse me. But in any meaningful kind of way, really. But yeah, we'll get all this stuff cleaned up for tonight. And then for chores, you know, since we don't have to keep running the snares, I think we'll make the trade tomorrow. Go ahead and get that going. And then I can get another trade set up. But then we're going to get some firewood. It's time to get all this stuff. I want to get this salt box built. That's part of the reason why I went for the bear. And we ended up getting chewed up and spending all that time healing. And instead of gathering up the wood I need. So I thought if I could get the bear cleaned up quickly enough, then I can use that meat for curing. And have a nice pile of it. Alright, that's all the buns cleaned up. I think we'll probably, normally I would pop outside, and not sleep with a bunch of dead rabbits in my pocket. Not even dead rabbits, rabbit meat. But yeah, I think we'll skip it because of the blizzard. I'm assuming it'll be gone in the morning. And I might even have I might even take some of this rabbit meat with me over there for for the trades. Yeah, no, you actually want to sleep. Get some good rest. Oh, there was an aurora. There's still an aurora. Interesting. That is surprising. Hey, Mrs. Wright, how are you? I'm doing great. Had a decent day. Kind of tired. Look, I'm reading as I'm going along. I see you're tired too. Yeah. Not only did I have a busy day, but like, and thank you for liking and sharing. Thank you so much. But not only did I have like a busy day, but I made pasta for dinner, and I went full piggy on it, man. And pasta makes me kind of sleepy, so I'm feeling you. I am definitely tired, but we're getting it done. All right, I should have put these skins on the ground though. I do have a pile of them that I just tossed over here too. We'll stick them over here. Anyway, like I said, I got more than enough for the trade. I just gotta wait for them to cure. So I got this little pile here. We got these guys. These are all ready to go. So this pile in here would probably be the next set. 24%. They only take 3 days, so these are at 40. Almost there, really. But now, oh, it's almost morning. I don't know what to do. I don't have any more books. I pretty much read all the books. Let's see. I guess I could make a bow. You like pasta? Yeah. Yeah. It's one of my favorites. For sure. I worked at a lot of Italian places for that reason when I was young. Alright. I don't need this piece of wood. I worked at some authentic Italian places. I worked at the Olive Garden when I was like 19. But yeah, I worked for a really nice place in Colorado. They're probably not around anymore, but it's called DeNapoli's. It was in Boulder. It was so good. And I got a free meal every night. Sticks. Yeah, one of the nice things about being an empty nester and not having to cook for my kids anymore, I can make it however I want it. So I just had tons of peppers and lots of crushed red pepper. I like it really spicy. It was a good red sauce. But it's not too bad. Still got 4 arrows. What I need to do today, actually, is kill a deer. As I try to repair my travois, which is getting pretty beat up. So I think I'll just keep using this bow a little bit longer. I mean, it's only 45%. When you do that, I can always tear up a pair of boots. Those aren't bad backups, though. Maybe got a pair of tennis shoes or something in here. Oh, these things. Oh, yeah. There you go. That'll kill an hour and a half. Easy. Although I think they're actually better than the tennis shoes. Yeah, maybe. Glove, too. Get a little bit of leather. Well, I did bring some back with the, from the Timberwolf Mountain, to the summit. There we go. We'll get rid of those first, because why not? And then by the time we finish the boots, the sun should be up. Or the loafers. And we don't really need fancy shoes where we're at. Ah, did it really get that dark? Thanks. There we go. Good to have. I might have some in a drawer somewhere. Alright, let's get these rabbits out of our pockets, or either tow ahead and take them over. Let me check my trade. There we go. So, yeah, 8 hides, ptarmigan down. I might grab some from my pocket. I think there's some over there. It's not like it's very, heavy. No banana peppers. No, no, no. No, I do like banana peppers on pizza, though. But, yeah. No, just good old-fashioned red peppers, chilies, green peppers, yellow peppers. I like big chunks of tomato in mine. Tons and tons of garlic. So, like I said, when I was cooking for the kids, you didn't get all those peppers. I couldn't make it super spicy. One of them is a really big fan of chunks of tomatoes, that kind of stuff. So, let's see. All right. Get the hides, ptarmigan down. Everything else is food and water. Oh. Got a spare lantern on me I don't need to keep in my pocket. So anyway, I'm pretty sure I have the down over there, which is why there isn't much in this drawer. Oh, maybe I should have kept that on for a little longer. There we go. I probably need to make some water here soon. Okay, I don't need 2 lanterns. Here you go. There. Not too bad. Weight-wise. Oops. Well, that rabbit's going to stay there. Yeah, it's been a minute. I probably have to... I mean, I got water outside, but... Oh, you're allergic to banana peppers? Gotcha. Yeah. The only thing that I'm like food allergic to is pineapple, which is sad because I love pineapple. And I was fine when I was a kid. Oh, you kidding me? I missed some buns. Well, I guess I'll knock that out first. Yeah, I ate it when I was growing up. I ate it when I was a kid. You know, I like a good fruit salad with some pineapple in it. And then a few years back, I'm saying a few, it might be like 8 or 9. It's been a while since I had any pineapple. Yeah, it started making my mouth numb, tingle, and burn. I was like, huh. Oh, these are these sad bunnies I got left in the snares because I was hanging out at the cabins trying to heal from the bear attack. Whatever. We still get the hides. But yeah, other than that, I can't really think. Well, and I think on the same thing. I mean, partially because I'm not a big fan of it. I don't hate it or anything, but if I recall, grapefruit also uh, makes my lips and tongue and everything go numb and weird. But I can live without grapefruit. I miss the pineapple. I don't care if I ever eat another grapefruit again in my life. Again, they're not bad or anything. I just don't like them. You know what it is? They make me thirsty. I don't like certain things. Like it reminds me of an orange, right? Oranges are so refreshing. It might have been part of my head game growing up. I don't know. When I was a kid, like grapefruit was a huge popular breakfast dish. My mom ate it like every morning. Pineapples, coconuts, and banana peppers. Man. Luckily, I'm still good with coconut. I like coconut rum. It's really good. Yeah. Good with coconut, but yeah. Like I said, pineapple and grapefruit, that's the only thing I could think of. Well, I mean, milk doesn't do my stomach a lot of good. But I was never much of a milk drinker anyway. Basically, when I got to my like, teens, I didn't really like drinking milk that much anymore. Right, a little bit of wood out here. Oh, great. Those guys are here. Yeah, I might grab a bunch more of these rabbits that are just sitting around. There we go. And we'll take those over. Grab a bear steak for our pocket. Something to drink. Wind's blowing pretty good. Yeah, I might shove some of this in the box. Rabbit stays good for a decent while. And if I'm going to use the salt box, I mean, I don't really need a bunch of rabbit for that. I'd rather have the bear meat or something. Even deer meat in there. Alright, just because I'm paranoid before I walk over there. Down and... Oh, the hides. Haha. Haha. I don't think they're ready yet, though. You know what? Let's just go for a walk. Maybe we'll see a deer out on the ice. I gotta kill the deer. I gotta wait 5 days for the hide to cure before I can even attempt to fix my travois. There's a deer on the ice. Not you. Yeah. So, might grab this real quick. Hopefully. Hey, Mr. Deer, how you doing today? We need to get our archery up too. Oh, he's coming. He's coming right for me. I have to defend myself. Maybe I'll let him stop. Okay. There you go. Oh, broke the arrow, but that one wasn't in great shape anyway. Cool. Change plans. Quickly killing this deer. I think we just go for it. What is a lot of meat, isn't it? Almost an hour and a half. I mean, the weather seems decent. Last words a lot of people say in the long dark. We're pretty warm. Although I do need to repair my clothing.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
It sure is. I wasn't expecting to have all that. Come here. I'll just walk over here and just drop the deer meat right here for now. Although again, it probably would be good to take over for trades. Because again, it stays pretty good shape. It's just the predator meat goes bad so fast when you're cleaning it. The first round of bear meat I took off was already at like 71%. Now the bear had froze, and I had to sleep so I could heal up overnight. But by the time I cleaned up the second part, it was down to like 61. It died, and then they rot so quick, I guess. But I wanted to tell, like I said, I was trying to get a good pile of it, at least in that 70% range. So we can cure it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and clear my pockets out. Again, I'm pretty sure I already have ptarmigan down over here. I don't think I have enough to make the bed I want to make. If I make the bearskin bed, I think you need like 16 of them. I could be wrong. Oh, this guy was up wandering around the other day. I don't see him now, though. The bear that lives out here, maybe he's having a nap in his cave. I don't know. Beautiful day, though. Beautiful day. I went back and I played the other run I got going. with the crazy weather. I made it to the Timberwolf. I did the summit. I got the tools and all the stuff I wanted from there. I did manage to find a second expedition coat and a pair of snow pants, but the funny thing is, well, I made wolf pants and a wolf jacket to get there. And it gave me like a 58-degree warmth bonus. I think I was still at like 25 windproofing or whatever. But anyway, when I put the 2 expedition coats and the 2 snow pants fully repaired, they were at 58 degrees warmth, 25 windproofing. But now when I'm going to definitely have to make a bearskin coat to stay warm. Probably have to go with the bearskin coat and at least 1 pair of wolfskin pants. It's just kind of annoying because, you know, the carry weight you end up with is so slight. When you're wearing all that heavy clothing. Now, it's not like... I was thinking this, though, as I was going through some different reasons. Not like there's a ton of loot because of the interloper setting, so, maybe it balances out a little bit. Alright, so yeah, I left the ptarmigan down here. There is plenty. Let's see. Well, I guess I won't put it in the box yet. Well, I guess I could put the down in. Let's drop these guys. How much down do we need for this trade? Now, did I get 2 boxes of bullets? I can't remember. I think I did, but I think that's the total amount. So I guess normally it would be like 4 hides, however much water, and 6 ptarmigan down. So we'll just go ahead and chunk that in there. I guess we can see if we can make sure we got enough water for this one. I know I do. I forget how much of that is actually there. Oh, this is a lot of water, though. Wow. Yeah, that was pretty much everything I had in my pocket. What do we got left? 6 pounds? I mean, honestly, kind of need that to drink. So, better make some water. Yeah, I didn't realize how... Did I just put way too much in? Oh, I still don't even have enough. No, it's 2.37 gallons. I see. Okay. Do I feel like doing that today? Probably wouldn't hurt. We got 12 here. I think I might hold on to that. Because until I leave the region and go hunting, I'd love to go to Pleasant Valley, but then, you know, if we go there, we can't go inside anywhere. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I think we'll do a quick fire. Oh. Goofing up. I left all my sticks behind. Not good. But there's a little pile over here beside me. But yeah, we'll get some water going.
Perfect.
It is perfect. There we go. And yeah, I still need a decent amount for the trade. Just that one trade. These are annoying. Get out of there, tinder plugs. We don't need them. Looks like I need to do a little bit of firewood gathering just for this little spot, too. We do have our snacks here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and throw on another one of these. Oh, I meant to throw on a piece of cedar. Whatever. I am tired. Alright, let's just knock this water out. There we go. much does that give me? So, all right, box. There you go. And then we can do that one too. So yeah, just another day or two and the hides will be cured and we can finish up this trade. We get focused on more of the chores. Although, you know, making water and doing all this stuff's part of the chores too. Alright, how much left on you? Half an hour. Grab that. Do another one. Grab you. Oh, it's definitely chilly though, because we're getting a decent amount from the fire here. Right, that should be enough for the other trade. Or trade. Crows, you're making me nuts. Looks like a body washed up on the shore for beach coming. Nice. Right, I might go at least see what it is. Might get some feathers. Can always use some more feathers. I was gonna say, at first I thought it was a dead wolf. But that is what is Sutherland doing out there, man? His bodies are starting to wash up on shore. And garbage. You can keep that. I don't know if it'll despawn any faster if I take it out. Probably not, but that's what I tell myself. But yeah, the crows are throwing me off because I'm like, I don't normally hear crows over here. Alright, so yeah, just gotta throw the meat in the boxes and wait on those rabbits skins to cure. This trade is done. We got 10 more bullets coming. We'll use the rifle on the next pair. Though got me chewed up. 23. Still might do one more. Yeah, we got enough for one more of these. Let that die out. Alright. Man, I can't believe it. We got a beautiful day. Beautiful day all day. Ah, wind's picking up. We got a little bit of water for the next trade, though. I mean, most of them don't take that much. That one was crazy. Okay. There we go. Nice amount. Should be good for a couple trades. I got a little bit of meat on me, I guess I'll just go ahead and eat that instead. I was going to say I could grab a deer steak, but... Nice! And killed some time today. Maybe we'll see about grabbing some cedar, if there's any cedar up here. Got a couple pieces for me. I did. I picked them up recently. Mm, there's one down there. Here's a piece of fur. We'll take that too, yeah. There we go. Yeah, we're going to need both fir and cedar to build different types of furniture. And chopping wood is high on the agenda for the next couple days. Now, depending on... I think we'll call that good and head back. Depending on... what the sawbox takes. I think it takes cedar. But I definitely want to go ahead and try to gather that. And get that done as quickly as possible. Make my carry weight a good bit better if I don't have to carry a, you know, I get all the calories, I get a bunch of calories, but I don't, it only weighs like half a pound, I think. So I would prefer to be running around with that. I can't remember, I think I got the recipe for the pemmican bars too, so. We can get a couple of goodies that'll give us a nice amount of calories and not take up a bunch of weight. I just want to see real quickly how much fish is sitting around over here. Because good trades usually take fuel. And we got a few. Oh, there's another one. You don't get too much oil from the rainbow trout though. 0.62. I think the trays are usually around 0.79. See ya. Jesus. There were no, I wonder where he was. He must have been like kind of behind the hut because I didn't see any wolves walking up here. Well, wolves are on passive, but I always try to respect their boundaries. And we are being immersive, and no, I wouldn't walk right up to a wolf. Although I did walk right up to a bear and try to shoot him with a bow, so... I normally wouldn't do that either. There's lots of things I do in video games I wouldn't normally do. Looks like we might be clouding up a little bit. Yep, definitely. Had a big long blizzard yesterday, so. Kind of worked out. Had the big blizzard yesterday and nice clear sunny day today. Couple of feathers. Oh yeah, alright, let's grab all this meat. And the fat.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I mean, I can't remember. I've only made pemmican bars. I've only gotten the recipe once, and I've only made them once. But I'm thinking you use fat to make them, so... I think you use it... Well, you use fat to make, like, actual pemmican bars.
It's dusk, so I can't be far behind.
You ain't kidding, Astrid. Alright, let's go. We'll drop the meat off and probably the firewood too. And I'm gonna look and see if I can get a couple limbs from right around here. Great. Those annoying guys are in town. I've said it a bunch of times, you guys. Listen, you know, this place looks amazing, and it is. But wolves live here. And they live all over this place. And they spawn in quite a bit. And they spawn in right here. They spawn in right over that hill, and then right outside on the ice too. So my guy's gonna get spooked pretty quickly because of the wind and everything. But He'd be a tasty treat for that guy. Alright, so yeah, a lot of nice, good condition meat. I did bring the bear meat with me, and like I said, we had some 66%, the other at 71%. It's fat. Looks like we got a pile of pies to take care of. Where's the fat at? There's got to be some laying around somewhere. Huh. They got pies strewn everywhere. I think I found out the last episode that I left a bunch of crap in here. So that's fun. A bunch of clothing, so we can work on mending. Let me make sure I get those out of there. Anyway, I don't see a reason to bring it inside. We got an Aurora. Now, I wonder if, like, putting some of the stuff in the box can cause an Aurora. I've wondered about that before. Oh, what else we get to do? Oh, yeah, I was going to look for firewood. Try to get some before it gets too dark, although we have an Aurora, so we should be able to keep farming. Yeah, we'll check the hides in the morning. I would have bet they're about done. But I might go for another deer to get another skin, too. Maybe some sticks. There we go. Yeah, we got a couple of them. Grab these up. I can't remember. I want to say 10 maybe. 10 pieces of cedar to make the box. If I grab these, this should pretty much do it. Let's see how long the Aurora lasts, and I was going to say how bad the wind gets, but wind died, so that's good. We should be able to get all this then. Yeah, these 3 pieces will give me 9. We'll have another one. We'll have more than that, so if I'm off about how much it actually costs. You know, I guess I could start making it. Oh, I gotta, you know what? Dummy. I gotta make the furniture bench first. Whoops. Can't make any of this stuff without the furniture bench. Man, it's been a while since I've like made any of this stuff, honestly. So do I need? The vise off the... There's another workbench in here. Let's go find out. Get all this inside. Crazy wolves are out there. I did want 2 more of those. Maybe we'll drop. I got some more cedar inside. We got a little bit laying right here too. Let's go see what it actually takes to make a furniture bench. Yeah, it's been, I guess, a few months then. Because I was making Pleasant Valley my big base for building. And, do you use a workbench to make a workbench? Do you make it in your hands? How does this work? Furniture workbench. I got everything I need for it. Yeah, just the tools and the cedar. Don't even need it all. Alright, let's get that made. Boy, where am I going to put it? Probably back here for now. We'll get to decorating when we get some more shelves and stuff built. Alright, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and make it in our pocket. We'll worry about it. Because we're going to have to get to sleep at some point. I didn't grab any food. That's annoying. How are we doing? 49%. So like a day and a half on those. Okay. Yeah. Pop back out, grab some meat, and make this workbench, or at least get it started. Boop. Beautiful, beautiful roar tonight. Let's just smack this. Yeah, I'm pretty much going to be able to use some of this. Look at all these rabbits to cook, I suppose. They're getting kind of gross. Alright. We need a cooking show. Cooking with pizza. Yeah, that's one of my most popular episodes of Long Dark. It's like 300 views. It might be actually grilling with pizza. I think that's it. Alright, let's make a workbench. Do we give Astrid something to drink? Alright, yeah, we'll just hang out by the bed. We'll just cook this for as long as we can do it here. Alright, oh, 4 hours. Yo, we'll just go for it. Maybe the Aurora will last that long. That's nothing. I thought it was going to take longer than that. Nope, didn't quite get the whole Aurora. That's fine. 25 minutes. Got some fish. This thing's kind of heavy. There we go. That's a little more manageable. Get some variety, right? Alright. Just crash for 10. Or as long as it'll let us sleep. It's good to see that health bar up there. We got real close to death in the last episode. Mostly from me being stupid and not looking at the little infection thing. We are crazy heavy. Alright. Yeah, let's finish this thing. Ta-da! I knew I should have cleared out some space before I tried to mess with this. This will work though, right?
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Astrid, I'm working on it. Alright, we'll do that, and then we'll just move this. Oops, we'll just move this over here for now. Yeah, a lot of stuff needs to happen in this shop, but we're not today. Not today. How do I? There we go. Let's see. What does it take to make a salt box? No, no, those are storage boxes. Meat carrying box. We need. Oh, we do need fur. Okay, cool. Cool. Luckily, I wasn't running around grabbing too much cedar. Although, when you're going to need cedar for some of this other stuff, you know, it all takes ptarmigan down, right? So you might as well make the bear bed. I guess it's the warmest. It'd probably be helpful in my other playthrough, but I'm wondering about making the cloth one too. It looks kind of cool. I like that kind of patchwork look. Looks like the old quilts we used to have. I want to do some furniture this time too. Oh, okay. I thought it said 12 deer hides. I was like, what? No. Alright. So we got that done. We can make furniture now. Let's harvest this. I don't need to run around with that in my pocket. I forgot to drop the hammer off. I still need to fix my axe at some point. Get up there. I don't think I want to spend the whole day doing that, though. And to be honest, I'm probably not going out to the fishing hut. Where can I stick this? You know what? No, I don't. Leave it on the ground. I'll forget it. But we'll take the slightly better hatchet. I don't know if I have any tools actually in here or not. Sometimes I toss them in. You never know. Oh yeah, I was supposed to be using that pistol too. I did pop. Where did I shoot the? I did think I have the rifle with me. I did pop one rifle round in the bear too. These were like 2 arrows and 1 rifle round, and none of it did it. Alright, what else am I carrying? Anything dumb I can just go ahead and drop? I don't really need... Oh yeah, this thing is really important for me to get curing as soon as possible. A foggy, sleepy brain. Right, just drop these in here for now. Put ptarmigan down back. Again, we'll see what kind of trades we get for the next round. Got a nice lot. Got a lot of feathers. Could go ahead and make a few arrows. All right, 66% getting there. 82 on this one. Maybe I should check all this stuff. Probably move up. Probably not great to have all this stuff just sitting by your bed either, right? It's kind of gross. Alright, I'll pop in here. I'll throw down the best ones. Let's see, 82. All these are 82. Good. Good, good, good. These are probably about done. I need to make a big pile of guts too. Let's stick these over here. What are these at? 36%. Not bad. Like I said, these are all done. I just need 3 more. Oh yeah. Probably done sometime in the night. We'll get it done tomorrow. Get all this stuff out of here. Yeah, you see why pizza needs to get to building. We need a better storage system than this. The floor. And these 3 lockers. Alright. Any other... You know, a lot of food kind of in my pocket. Oh, yeah. We don't need 3 pieces of fur. In fact, we need those for the salt carrying box. Yeah. Oh, is this all fur? Oh, okay. I think I need 10, right? Look at me taking care of me.
If I can drop any of this gear.
Look at me taking care of me. All right. What else do we need? Oh, I need salt to make it in my pocket. Okay, sure. Why not? Heavy work. All right. I was gonna say I just ate, so that shouldn't be a problem. Boop. All right. 6 hours. Mm, 6 hours is not bad. We can just knock that out. Oh, I don't have the tools. Scroll through that menu one more time. Hooray. Yeah, if I had everything, it would show up here, wouldn't it? This is a good box. I think it holds like 88 pounds. So we'll probably be making one of these at some point. Okay. Yeah, we'll just make it.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Well, luckily, you just need to carry it for like 4 more hours. Come on, get it before the sun goes down. Perfect. And maybe over here. See how big it is. Or Astrid. Okay. Yes. Have a drink. Let's try to finish off this fish. There we go. Got that last bottle of water that's sitting on the floor there. I got 2 more. And then what? You gotta like. How does this work? I think you have to be in build mode. Is that right? And then, what do you do? It's not just like in my inventory, right? No. Oh, yeah, here we go. We'll place this. Are those the hinges? I think so. Yeah. We're just gonna stick it over by this wall for now. Boop. Nice. And then we'll go run outside and grab some meat. Right. Guess we got another whole bag. I don't think I have one on the way this time, but we'll be getting more. One nice thing about living on the coast, right? We can not only get salt from caves, but we can always get some from the trade. Alright, let's grab the 71% bear meat if I can get my hands on that. Yep. Where's our limit? Guess we'll find out. I'm gonna try to shove all this in the box. Again, it's been a while since I played with any of this stuff. The more the better, though. Yeah, we can get more than that. I guess we'll grab a few pieces of deer meat. Because again, it'll be in really good shape. Won't get as many calories from it, but... let's stick 14 pieces of meat in there and see what happens. Oh, we already got backup salt, so whenever it, if it starts to look kind of low, we can just throw more in there. And again, I'm not trying to make like too complicated of trades. And I'm not getting a bunch of like sweaters and fancy socks and everything. Ugh. Alright. So it holds about 44 pounds of meat. So we could put more in there, actually. Tell you what. I don't know how much meat you get from that, but I'm tired of having it in my pocket. So yeah, I could do more of the deer meat. I might just go ahead. Well, let's do that for now. Maybe I kind of rotate it a little bit instead of just kind of going for it with a whole stack because it's still going to deteriorate. Even though I guess it. Does cure meat deteriorate slower than the raw meat outside in the ice? Well, no worries. You know what? I'm gonna take a quick break too. Actually, I'll be right back as well. Hold on. All right, back again. So I was thinking while I was running on the layer in there. All right, so some of these tire things are gonna have to go. Right. I do like the look of them. I think it makes the shop look really cool. But unfortunately, they're in the way. And my furniture needs. The other thing was like, I think the bearskin bed. Again, I like the patchwork cloth one. We would have to use a good bit of cloth to make it when we could just use a bearskin. So I think that's what I'm leaning more towards. Uh, Using the bearskin for here. This one. Whoops. There we go. But it takes 12 days to cure. It's going to be a while before we get there. I was kind of wondering. I mean, it's getting a little dark. I was kind of wondering what. Maybe I'll go hunt a deer real quick. What do I want to build first? You know, this shelf is really great for putting your, food on, tools on, that kind of stuff. Because you can just grab it, you can see it. I built. What else did I build? I built this one before. It's nice to have a little drawer to stuff into. You can have certain kind of tools out and then certain kind of ones in the drawer, and you don't have to worry about them despawning or anything. This one takes 9 hours, and for this one takes 8 hours and a bunch of cedar. So, and honestly, I kind of like the look of this one a little better. But again, the shelf is kind of cool. I mean the drawer. Dresser would be mostly for looks. I do think I'm going to build some actual furniture, though. Most of it takes fur. I do think I'm going to build some actual furniture, though. I like to get a TV and kind of make it a little setup while we're in here. Add a little bit of hominess to it. And if you guys have been watching the series, I've been kind of debating on maybe turning a couple of houses into like a nice little house to stay into. Yeah, see, we just one bear hide, but you need more cloth for the quilted bed. How much do you need? I mean, it's just 10. Which isn't a ton if I'm going to go, like, let's say back to Mountain Town at some, which I will. Go back to Mountain Town and get a bunch of curtains from there. I wish it showed the warmth bonus. Again, I don't think it really matters, but I don't know if I'm ever going to get a camera. I'd have to make like I might make a special series just on that. I think what I'm going to go for first, though, is the storage trunk. Because again, like I said, it holds 88 pounds. It's kind of tall, but it's not really that wide. So I'm wondering if I should just... how much time do we have? A little bit. Because I'm pretty sure, like, if I could just keep the tires, that would be cool. Alright, let's take this big one down. 30 minutes, it's going. Alright. I kind of like the barrels, too. I guess we'll get rid of this tire. Oh, you can... Oh. You can put that in your pocket. Well, I made some room. I don't know how much of this stuff I'm going to end up keeping. We'll see. I mean, we've already got a good shelf here. And here. So. Maybe I need scrap metal at some point. Although we're not too far from Desolation Point. There's plenty of scrap metal up there. Eh. Alright. What are we at? 85 pounds. Let's see what the... Yeah, let's see what the weather's doing. I should probably have a fire and cook up some rabbit meat. But even though it's kind of late, I might run up the hill, at least see if the deer are up there. The thing is, I need to really kind of go on a deer murder spree. It's clear. Not too windy. What's the temp like? Yeah, I'm definitely... Oh, look at my poor pants. The next one I do, I was talking about this before, you know, the next series, we're going to have harsher conditions. It's not going to be like what I consider to be the immersion run, right? Time to ramp up some, make things a little bit harder. You know what, though? All right, let me go over. Listen, pizza. Chore list. Try to do some things in kind of an order. I have a tendency to get pretty distracted. Ask my teachers. And ADD and ADHD wasn't much of a thing when I was a kid. I'm not saying it didn't exist. I'm saying they didn't have meds and proper ways to diagnose you. Oh, I miss the bunnies up here so much. But yeah, I had plenty of years where I had to take summer school, and I got in all kinds of trouble. Pizza has a hard time staying on task. This is my poor parents and myself, honestly, had to hear the same thing over and over again. It's not that he's stupid. It's, well, this is what they would say, actually. He's not dumb, he's kind of intelligent, but he just needs to apply himself. I hated hearing that. My parents hated hearing that. They were like, okay, but he's not dumb, then why can't he sit still? He's not dumb, is he? Or is he like, oh look, it's a squirrel, and then we're off on another adventure? And I used to game my seating in class. Oh my gosh, I really did. I would like. Well, when I was in Alabama, we didn't have. When I was in fifth grade, uh, I went to 3 different elementary schools. When I was in fifth grade, they were all in Alabama, but hey, Mr. Wolf. Um, maybe we'll hang out in the truck and just clean our axe up a little bit. Can you do that in the truck? I think so, yeah. We got air conditioning, right? And I know you're probably going, what? I'm old, right? But it was a big deal. But we got like these industrial window units, Not every classroom had one. The halls were hot. Remember, it's Alabama, so in August it's 100 degrees easy. And that's before we ever did the heat index and, what it really feels like. But day one of fifth grade, and I'm like, we knew, like, it was, town was talking about it. Oh, they're putting air conditionings in the schools and stuff. Day one, I knew what I wanted. And I always, well, you can't always get there first, but generally speaking, I try to make sure, like in that first week of school, buddy, I went nuts. I would fly between periods, fly and change a class, or that was later on in junior high, but yeah, I always made a beeline for the air conditioner and the windows. Windows is like been a problem in my life too. Hey, Mrs. Drake, glad you're back. It's why I failed Spanish in 8th grade because, well, there was 2 reasons really. There was a lot of reasons really. We got the ADHD. We got the so I'm getting distracted by everything that's outside the window. There we go. That's better. I sat at the bad kids table. And you decide whether I was one of the bad kids or I was influenced by the bad kids. Yeah, who knows? My teachers know. I was a troublemaker, but yeah, failed 8th grade Spanish of all the classes too. I mean, definitely one of the easiest classes I ever took. And I failed. And no, I didn't like D minus. No, I failed that class. But I spent a decent amount of time, unfortunately. I'm gonna grab a little more meat outside the class in the shame chair. Get out. I don't know if I've told this story before, but my 8th grade Spanish teacher. And now listen, I'm not being proud about this. I just want to explain. Had a mental breakdown. Like the last, I don't know, 6 to 9 weeks of school, we had to get a different teacher because in the middle of class, and again, it was my class. She was doing, she had the overhead projector on. And she had been losing it and screaming and yelling. And listen, her mental stability, we need to take that into account, okay? I taught at high school. I taught driver's ed for a long time. I'm going to tell you that, if you it's just like if you want to work in a restaurant, if you don't really have the fortitude or the mental fortitude to do it, you shouldn't do it. That's partially on you. But me and the bad kids at the bad table, were just nonstop. Man. We were on fire. We were talking shit and wouldn't be quiet. And she pulled out a rolling pin. And again, I'm not old. You don't know. Pulls out a rolling pin. Threatens multiple students. Oh, we got a little bit of Aurora, I think. Threatens multiple students with the Aurora with the rolling pin, and then beat to pieces the overhead projector. Now, as a kid, I used to sit in class and I would think, man, I would love to smash the overhead projector. I would like to. I always wanted to smash the clock. I hated the clocks in the classroom. It just made me angry because I would stare at them and be like, this is never going to be over. But yeah, she went a little crazy. Beat apart her own overhead projector. Shiny. Yeah, and wasn't allowed to teach us anymore after that. I don't think I don't remember. I don't know. The next year I was done with junior high, so. But she wasn't back the next year. So, I can't say if she ever came back to it, but if I had to guess, she either knew or was strongly encouraged to find a different profession. It makes me laugh, but I'm, like I said, not proud. Just it's kind of crazy, right? All right, I should probably fix you up at some point, so I have my spare laying around. Although I think I have another one, right? Yes, maybe. I don't know. Not here. Oh, where? Mystery Lake, I have a spare. Okay. We still got a little bit of sun, or a little bit of light here. I guess the smart thing for me to do, pizza, stop it. Clean this knife up here. This one's at 54. What do we got laying on the table? Usually what I do is try to go through them. Kind of replacing as I go. Let's take the 79%. And then fix them up when it's time to fix up the knives. I think we're good for today, even if we go deer hunting. Oh, don't need these tools on me. Like 93 pounds. Oh, roar's over. It's kind of dark. What else? What else? Because they're kind of junk. 17 steaks, that's not too bad. I should probably drop them on the ground though. 3 pieces of fur, that's what it is. Okay. Yeah. This box is going to do me so much good. And we'll throw some of these in, y'all. Okay, yeah, so we got 6 pieces of cedar. Two, 4, blah, blah, blah. We're at least under 80 now. I think I'll drop these sticks outside. Probably cook some rabbit at some point. Let's see. All right. Yeah, still a little bit of a roar left. Yeah, chuck these sticks on the ground over y'all, and then I think I'm going to start walking. Even in the best conditions, we never leave without what? 6 sticks, 2 cedar, and 4 coal. Some matches. Alright, yeah. I'm gonna start looking for fur. Now I know there's a bunch up in their back area too, but I know there's some along this road. And since we're getting an early start and it's not that cold, let's go ahead and just walk the road. I'll try to grab what I see as I go along the way. And then I probably will work my way back from the kind of like the upper regions. There's a rope up there too, but I'm leaving it to go to Bleak Inlet. Look at this. Wouldn't you like to be out like this time of day? Now, I also think it would be fun if they had added sort of like a little bit of, you know, the long days and nights when you live so far north. You know, differences between summer and winter. Oh, this fur right there. There's a lot of things I'm hoping for Black Frost. You know what I was thinking about too? So Black Frost is going to be another cold area, a lot of snow and everything. I mean, we've seen the whatever screenshots they've put out there and are leaked or whatever, but this phenomenon is happening all over the world, right? In theory, geomagnetic storm. They're dying. Geomagnetic storm is affecting weather all over the world, right? So maybe it's a little colder in some places than it wouldn't be, like here. And then it would affect weather differently around the world. So, I mean, if you think about it, the long dark could really travel all over the world. So you could have temperate regions where you're trying to survive with no, you know, there's no more power anymore, etc. But it's not freezing cold. It's not stupid hot either. But we can see how it affects, you know, temperate regions, warmer regions, desert regions, jungle regions, you know. And they even have an opportunity to sort of change to weather landscapes too. So let's say cold has crept a lot further down north, but let's say the south of the United States, or even someplace like Australia, you know, or the southwest United States is probably a better example. You know, where there's basically desert, it's too hot really to do, you know, have much growth and everything. What if they became temperate regions and just started getting rain, right? What if Australia became a green paradise? I think that's pretty cool. I don't think that's what they're doing, but I thought it would be a cool idea. You know, a lot of video games that have sequels will do, you know, they'll change different areas. Like, so yeah, you could have a desert in this version of the game, you could have a winter in this other version of the game. I just thought that would be kind of cool and interesting. So maybe like Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, those places are maybe almost as cold as here. Probably not quite as cold, but a bit more cold than they usually are, and kind of locked in forever winter. But would they make a jungle of the long dark? You know, I'd play it. Same thing if we had a temperate one, because that would be really kind of interesting. You know, your temperate regions, you're thinking, oh, well, survival will be a lot easier. And in some aspects, that would be true. right? You can grow a lot more food. You've got seasons. Even though most of the time it's pretty much, it's like what's San Francisco. San Francisco is supposed to be like. It's usually 70 degrees and sunny. Another piece of fur. There we go. But again, it would be more livable, so what would be there? A heck of a lot more people, right? So you kind of amp that situation up. Keep it, again, this has been talked about, what Black Frost is going to be like. No. But you could have factions and that kind of situation. You could have some, kind of the Walking Dead kind of situations where, maybe you got some militaristic people. Maybe you've got people who are, we'll go almost hippie-like, super commune kind of situation. You might have like crazy people, like your raiders from Bethesda games, like Fallout and whatever. And then jungle, I mean, I mentioned this in past videos too. I mean, Green Hell is just a tough game, right? And throw in all the poisonous plants and creatures and all that stuff that goes along with that. Yeah, I was going to say, I have had a lot of clear blue skies.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
I'm not sure either. How far away are we? Not too far. Yeah, maybe we'll just work the road and go back. And then work the back country later. Or actually, I mean, I can cut across the ice. It'll be a quick trip back. There's a few more pieces of fur around here. I did gather some, but we ended up using it after the bear attack because we were just so chewed up. And again, I completely forgot to do anything about the infection. Like I said, we were almost dead of the bear gnawed on us. But the infection almost took us out. Yeah. Alright, so I think, I don't remember there being any more fur along the road here necessarily, but I do think there's some back behind this hill. But I'm not sure if it'll be back from the time, it's only been a few days since we got chewed by the bear. I was a little worried about my calories, but I remembered there was some bear meat over
I
here.
wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
No. But let's see what my firewood situation is looking like down here. So yeah, we got some fur, we got some coal, we got some goodies actually. It's not bad. And Pass Pizza, doing your job, buddy. Let's drop it all. Because I do want to hunt here. I do want to hunt here. This is where one of the bear spawns is, so the more we can hunt this area, the better. Decent amount of wolves. Deer nearby. I don't know about rabbits. Are the rabbits in Bear Park? I think maybe. Again, I know how to get most places. Do I remember where every sapling and every rabbit hole is? No, I do not. I do not. I don't have enough room in my little brain box to store all that. Cedar over there. Oh, there's some buns right there. So, there's a wolf right there. There's four. I was gonna say, I know I left at least one piece. You know what was really sad? That deer skin isn't cured yet. Because I would love to be able to drag this stuff back. 200 some pounds. What did we forget, people? What do I always forget?
This pack is getting kind of
If
heavy.
I'm gonna, there's tons of fruit out here. The snow's picking up though. All right, let's go. We'll come back for it. The pies. I got stacks of pies back at the house, but yeah, nah, not in my pocket. Alright, so we got, I think what I'll do is head back today. We should get back fairly quickly. We'll see what the weather does. If we shoot across the ice, again, I think because we're down. Are we down? I think I'm down below 50%. 42. I'm not doing that. A pie would help. We'd be moving a little faster for sure. I kind of want to hurry back now because the snow gets really bad. I don't want to be out on the middle of the ice. I prefer not to be. It's not like we can't keep warm if we can find a fishing hut, but I want a great big storage box next. So I can throw a lot of the crap I got laying around on the ground in it. At least firewood. Now, I know some people, so at like the Mountaineers hut, I believe, like I think the indoor-outdoor places, you can sneak stuff outside, right? So it'd be really cool if I could get a firebox outdoors, but I just don't know. We're not living there. I guess maybe if you, I don't think you can customize a fishing hut, huh? Alright, we're going to the road, you guys. It's going to be a long walk, but I really don't trust this weather. It's got that real blizzard-like feeling to it. That's how quickly, you know what I mean? It's picking up pretty quick. But the wind's kind of at our back. Remember, you walk a little faster on the... So the travois, you want to keep in the snow as much as possible because road or ice is going to deteriorate it even faster than snow will. But you do move faster on ice and roads than you do walking through snow. But if you're walking, try to stick to the road or the ice because you're going to move a lot faster. So we slow down immediately as soon as we get in the snow. And we pick up speed as soon as we get on the road part. So. Coastal Highway, though, is a pretty good road. Not necessarily for dragging the travois across because there's these long patches of no snow, really. But usually what I do is I literally will drag the travois through these these little patches of snow. Whenever I can. You got to be careful because you see this up ahead. If they're sometimes weirdly, if they're a little too tall and they're a little in a weird angle, you might have to unload. You can get stuck and have to unload your travois. But I mean, what do we get? How many pieces? 15. That's pretty good. I've got a nice pile on the floor too, so. Ooh, I missed one. I helped another YouTuber with your hints. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, Mr. Doom, I don't know what you said, but... Hi. That's great. I love it. Yeah. I really hope I can help some people sometimes. I really do. I make a lot of hints and tips videos. I made a lot for Fallout 4, Grounded, you know. I've done a few for here. One of my most popular videos, not my most popular videos, but one of my most is a Long Dark video. It's around 1,000 views. And basically I go through, and this was years ago too, by the way, like a year or so ago, and it's just how the difficulties work. Pilgrim to Interloper. And I rewatched that video because I'm like, anytime I get a good short or video that gets a lot of views, I'm like, all right, well, what did I do? What did I do right this time? And I go watch them, and I'm like, okay. But I was looking at that one, and I'm like, I made some mistakes in that video. I don't feel like I gave out bad information, and like, I would say like 98% of it's accurate. But like, there's 2% of some mistakes I made. Easy. But without a doubt, my Fallout videos have the most views of anything that I make, or have made in the past. Thousands of views. And thank everyone that has checked those out. You guys are amazing. And I've thought about doing another Pilgrim to Interloper video. Just not sure what I would call it. To correct the few mistakes I made. But generally, if you really want to know all the different differences between the difficulties, that's a good video to watch. This is literally, I think this is called the Long Dark Pilgrim to Interloper. So if you want to see it, just type in Old Pizza Hole 41 and Pilgrim to Interloper difficulty. You can check out all the differences before you play, or if you're a Pilgrim player and you're thinking about moving up to Voyager, or a Voyager player thinking about moving up to Stalker, etc. 98% of the information is correct. Maybe 97. A couple things I got wrong. Alright, almost made it back. I was hoping to do a bit more wood gathering. I was thinking about going up and working my way across the map and coming back, but don't think it's going to happen in a day. We do have some daylight left. Let's go see what we can make, maybe. Because I do have a lot of fatigue. But I think we're going Blizzard at some point. Very soon. So like, go ahead and I'll be maybe an opportunity before he runs. Yes. Oh. Arrows break faster if you shoot them into the ground here, or onto ice, or into a tree or a rock, than they do in the snow. Sometimes I think there's a piece of fur over here. Maybe I can beat the blizzard. Yeah, there's one up there. But a couple of cedar around here, that's great. We need those to build too, but I think I'm just going to try to grab this one too. While I'm out and about gathering up fir wood anyway. But yeah, we should have plenty. What time is it? Yeah, we should have plenty. We can at least get started tonight too. To make this big 88-pound box. And have some left over. Oh, snow died. That's good. Sun's out. It's just cold and windy. Not even that cold. Alright, perfect. It's a beautiful day in the long dark. A beautiful day in the long dark. Won't you please be my neighbor? I'm so lonely. Am I the only one out here? Cedar. Yeah. So at least 9 pieces right here. If only I had eaten my stupid pies. I'm gonna take them on the next round. It did clear up. We could get a move on tonight. just depends on what the weather is. I mean, if it stays like this and if it's clear tonight, we can keep using the hatchet. Yeah, I might work my way up to the fire station. But let's run inside, drop off this fur and our big stack of fur. And we could start building something tonight, but I think I just want to keep gathering more wood. Let's get these chores done. Episode's called Chore List. Do some chores, pizza. But anyway, I just want to thank Mrs. Wright. That's amazing. I'm so glad you helped somebody else. That's so cool. Look at these two. And a YouTuber. That's even neater. You're like, did he say neater? I'm old, man. I'm old. OG gamer. Let's get some more sticks inside, yeah. That is starting to look like a decent pile of sticks. We never go outside without what? 2-seater, 4 coal, and 6 pieces of sticks. 75 pounds. Alright, we got a 2.7. We got 7 pounds of water. We can probably drop, like, we'll drop at least 1 water, right? We'll drop 2 waters. Go. 73 pounds. Not bad, not bad. I don't see me getting any lighter. Okay. Back out the dope. We should probably eat, actually. Let's finish this off. Smack this. Almost there. I don't have any coffee on me. I mean, I got coffee I can make. I don't have any coffee brewed. Oh, we're going... Whatever. Pies, pizza, pies. Y'all can't tell me how many videos you guys could watch with me. I'm just like, I'm making all these pies so I can do stuff. And then I just like blaze out and I'm like 2 regions away and I'm like, oh, I forgot the pies. Yeah. Alright. Hang on just a tick. I gotta text my son. Just be a sec. Alright. Back at it. And I was thinking about it, and actually, I'm like, yeah, I should watch this video. It's called Pilgrim to Custom Mode. A little moose meat. Let's grab 2 in case things go wrong. 74 pounds, pretty good. Alright, so we're going to have the back weight. I should check for... Dang it, I left those snares up there too. I totally forgot about them. But yeah, if you want to see most of the differences between different difficulties, it's Pilgrim to Custom mode. Well, I feel like if you write Pizza Hole 41 Pilgrim 2, it'll probably show up. Few sticks for a pocket. Let's go. I don't think there's any fur back there, though. Maybe a piece or two. Cedar, if I want cedar, I mean, there's tons around. I think I want to focus on the fur. Cedar. We're gonna head, like I said, we're gonna head towards the Firewatch Tower. Depending on how things go, we might spend the night there. It's been a while since I've slept anywhere but the Quonset hut. Well, at least in this recording. It's been a few nights at the fishing huts trying to recover from the bear attack. Cedar. Saplings. You know, you guys don't know, you can go online and you can look up maps. I don't know how up to date they always are, but they'll at least give you an idea of where you can find saplings. And it probably wouldn't hurt if I did the same thing, because I've only found saplings like in one spot here, I think. I know there's more. But best thing I can do is just keep peeking over these hills. I don't think there's any... There's some along the road, but I've already picked them. Let's see, there's usually a wolf up here, I think. We'll see if our buddy's there today. I'm gonna scoot up this hill. For two reasons. One, I think this is a switchback. But two, you gotta look in these spaces to look for... There's the tower right up there. Scared that dude. Yeah, back by these little houses. We've already searched them twice. I see cedar in the distance. I think it's further up. Yeah, let's go a little bit higher. Go a little bit higher, and I'll show you guys how to get to the Firewatch Tower, at least if you're using this kind of road. There's a rope climb. I think it's a double rope climb. There's a rope up there, but I want to use it in Ravine to get to Bleak Inlet. But eventually, we're going to need to make some rifle bullets. Yeah, we can buy them, but, you know. I mean, it's a mechanic. It's there. We might as well use it. Plus, I haven't explored Bleak, so... It's our opportunity to get some more loot. Bleak Inlet, so I guess it's on the coast, so no ptarmigan there, though, either. I helped a YouTuber. Well, Mrs. Wright helped a YouTuber, but I assisted. That's awesome. Alright, do we see any fur? Nope. Not down there. But I think in this backcountry area, there's a decent amount. If not, we left that area by the fishing huts. I mean, we may go for the fishing huts tonight. chop the fir in the morning, bring that back. Then I'll have a huge stack of fir. Should be able to make a few pieces of furniture, and then we need to start focusing on the cedar wood. Oh, and the rabbit skins. That's what we'll do. All right. Yeah. I want to finish that trade tonight. Or, yeah. Not the night in the long dark, but the night that I'm having right now in Pizza Land. Cedar, a bunch of cedar. Oh, there's one piece of fir. 2 pieces of fir, I think. We should be able to get those before the sun goes down. Completely, yep. Ooh, saplings! I was hoping more for birch. You could feel the disappointment. We got some bonbons up here, up this rope climb. I'll show you where this rope climb is. Mission 2. World in the water. Beep, beep, beep. So that's, I think that's jackrabbit right there. Is it? Misanthrope. I think it's misanthrope. Let's take our wins where we can get them. Big piece of fur raw air. Thank you. The fur is more heavier than cedar. I didn't get the damn pies. There it is. The thing is, I like to watch YouTubers that make mistakes. I shout out a lot of people in the Long Dark, but and by the way, they played the Long Dark, but Neebs Gaming, Neebs Gaming, great channel, really funny. Those guys are amazing. Rest in peace, Thick 44. But yeah, hilarious content. These guys play the Long Dark, but they make a lot of mistakes. Older gamers, I would say mid to late 30s, maybe even early 40s. But if you like OG gamers, those guys are awesome. He's in his 60s.
Feels like night is coming.
I mean, I'm not... I mean, my favorite... I'm not trying to name people because I feel like it's kind of weird. But like, I mean, the first one that comes to my mind is Randall Thor. The only reason I want to bring it up, I'm not trying to like toot a horn or nothing, but that dude is awesome, first of all. And second of all, he's named after one of my favorite characters ever. You know, if you watched a few seasons of The Wheel of Time, or you're familiar with the books, which I am, both actually. 14 books, over 4 million words, baby. Woo! It's an undertaking, but it is so worth it to read. And the series, I loved it, personally. I didn't care really that they went way off script from the book sometimes. This is one of the few times I think that, like, unlike The Witcher, which I quit as soon as Henry Cavill left, there's a piece of fur over here. I thought they were doing okay. I felt some of the people's complaints about the direction, but whatever. My favorite book series ever on TV was amazing. He's getting really good. Nice. Like playing it on the reels. That's awesome. Oh, man. A Canadian, I think. Do I want to go up here? I mean, we got a beautiful... I mean, look at this. You know what? Okay, I'm doing it. Getting a nice little screenshot. But yeah, to all those things. One, Randall Thor is an amazing YouTube streamer, whoever you're talking about, also, I'm sure. But yeah, if you're looking for something to read The Wheel of Time. I say 14 books, but there's actually 15 books because there's a prequel, which is absolutely worth picking up because, again, if you watch the TV series in particular, and you like Moraine or Malraine, oh buddy. It gives a lot of backstory for her character. And what Robert Jordan didn't really go into in his series, let's grab this real quick. Hopefully. If it goes to crap, we can go run to the Firewatch Tower. There we go. Yeah, we'll take that. But it's a heavy undertaking. And if you're unaware, Robert Jordan died before he finished the series. And a lot of people are freaked out about George R.R. Martin doing the same thing. I mean, hopefully they get a guy like Brandon Sanderson to finish the series, because it would be amazing. I think it would take it in an incredible direction if that did happen. Let's hope it doesn't. Lord Jesus, we pray, right? Me. But, yeah, you know, some of the books are 800 to 1,000 pages, you know. And honestly, the way I really learned to enjoy my first read was skipping stuff. Yeah. You know, 100 plus pages of what this dress looks like. Ooh, that looked like a hit on the second one, but it definitely was not. It was like... it sounded like there was an arrow sticking out of me while I was walking. Alright, let's take this shortcut over here to the left. Oh, he just killed a deer. Huh. I stirred him up and shot him right into a poor deer that's getting chawed on right now. I wouldn't mind the skins, but not my kill. Have you seen the herbal plants book? Not medical plants. I mean medical plants, not herbal. I'm down with herbal. No, I have not. I know about a lot of medicinal plants. share a little thing with y'all. Pizza is a Boy Scout. And no, not a Weebelo, not a Bear Scout, actual Boy Scout. Not an Eagle Scout. Hey, Buns. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before, but I had just the biggest dickhead troop leader that could ever exist. His wife was amazing. She was so incredible. She taught us everything from... She was my den leader from... Not Bobcat, but I think... what's after Bobcat? So it's Bobcat... Cougar... Bear... Weebelo, and then Boy Scout. But she did everything before Weebelos. Weebelos. I've been in here. Do I spend the night or not? My fatigue is getting there, but you know what? I'm just going to crash here. But anyway, I did get a ton of badges. First aid badge, plants badge, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I learned a lot about edible plants, things you know you can eat. And again, they depending on where you go to Boy Scouts, right? It kind of makes sense, right? So if you go to Boy Scouts in California, you're going to learn about native California plants more than you're going to learn about plants around the United States or the world, right? So just like, so I grew up on the East Coast. I know lots of East Coast type stuff. I used to also grew up fishing, camping, hunting, and all that stuff. So, I mean, here's an idea, by the way. I figure if I ever do a face reveal, I think what I would like to do is like bug out bag video, because I think a lot of those bug out bag videos are crazy. Like one of the main things is you need to take into consideration where you are, what you're doing. Is it spring? Is it summer? Is it fall? Winter? Where are you at? All that stuff makes a difference. So having some kind of generalized, this is my bug out bag for anywhere in the United States is kind of weird. Let's go something. Well, what am I going to do? I didn't bring a sewing kit. I don't need cloth anyway, so nah. However, if you plop pizza down in most parts of the United States, I think I'd be okay. And I went to the Scouts in the 70s and 80s, so like, oh, it crashed. I love you guys. You're the best.